And to make sure this was a fair race, what we've done is switched on the new balanced cars option. That means all the vehicles' stats are absolutely equal. So this is going to be a real head-to-head true test of which is the best tree track racer. Welcome to Family Gamer TV, and with spring breaking out in the garden, we thought we'd take the Anki track outside to see what setups we could do. Now, my kids wanted to get one working in the tree. I took on the challenge, and as you can see, we put together a track that loops up round into our apple tree, back onto the guinea pig hutch, and then back down onto the grass before heading back up into the branches of the tree. As with any of these ambitious setups for Anki, the trick is making sure that the cars can get round in one piece. Now, the challenge here is getting the angle of this slope right. As we come up this hill, it has to be just the right steepness, otherwise the car's front wheels will lift off and it won't be able to read the track. Now we've got Skull coming around. You can see he's pretty good at this. He's got a bit more weight on the front. Now this top corner is tricky. The drivers really have to pay attention to which side of the course they're on. If they stray into the inside track, as we'll see later on, they will just fall off. But certainly with a bit of care and attention, they can make it all the way around. So with our cars in demo mode, we were pretty satisfied that this was looking good. We tried out some of the old original Anki cars. You can see a few of them struggle, but the majority, if they get their line right, they can get round in one piece. We added some rails there at that end of that top corner just to try and help keep them on course, and also that adds a bit of tensile strength to the corner as well as making sure you are on the right part of the track. You also have to watch out for branches, a brand new hazard here for Anki. If you get too near that inside edge, we'll clip that branch, and also on the back straight there's a couple of branches that intrude into the track, and you have to really be careful not to clip them, because obviously you'll lose speed or potentially you will be flung from the course. So as we finished our testing, we got ready to take on the scanning of the track, and it's the track scanning which can often be problematic because the cars have to go round a lot slower. So choosing the cars that had performed best in our tests, we set up our track scanning. We've got Ground Shock and Skull. Skull goes off straight at the beginning, but he's soon back on track. And as you can see, the cars have to go super slow to make sure that they're scanning every piece of track. And as they're doing this, they're building a mental map, an image of where the course is going. Of course, they don't know they're going up into a tree, they just think it's on the flat. But by reading it, they can then race round to adjust their speed. And you can see here on the screen, the track is building itself. Once they come round to that start and finish, they have to make a complete lap without falling off. Then the track is complete. So now we will see the little car dots appear on the course, and they are now reading and telling the app where they are as they go round. So that stretches back up into the tree. In the top corner there, we'll have Skull just heading round through the branches. You'll see there, he clipped a branch there. That's going to cost him speed if he is racing, and down onto the start finish. And to make sure this was a fair race, what we've done is switched on the new balanced cars option. That means all the vehicles' stats are absolutely equal. So this is going to be a real head-to-head true test of which is the best tree track racer. And we've got Skull and we've got Ground Shock. Now in testing, Skull was the much more solid, but Ground Shock had extra speed and certainly could beat Skull on this back straight. So as you can see, Skull gets off to a quick start. I think Ground Shock just swerved at that first corner. We'll be back on the course, but we'll have some catching up to do because obviously it's now a lap behind. As Skull comes round aiming to lap Ground Shock, up the hill here, Ground Shock's got a bit more speed. Skull closing down though. Now, Skull overtakes here, but you'll see as they come down this back straight, Ground Shock really powers round, back hanging out, and Skull is really struggling to keep up. Up here though, this is where Skull can overtake. Look at that, putting the accelerator right down, and again taking to the lead. Now again, this back straight, you'll see Ground Shock really wrestling around these corners. Skull's kept him behind. Now, it's all about getting the right line on these corners, and Ground Shock didn't do that. Now the computer is potentially at a disadvantage here because obviously it doesn't know that there's a massive drop there, and also doesn't know about the tilt of the course. Skull flips round the wrong way. It's going to have to be corrected, which means Ground Shock must be coming up to equal his lap. So it's all even now as we come to the last few laps of our race. Skull again making his presence felt on the curve as Cork. Can he just get off there? Yes! And that made all the difference. So Skull can come now down for the finishing straight. Looks like he's going to be crossing the start-finish before Ground Shock and takes it. So very nice work from Skull there. So moving on, let's take another look at this course. This time we've got Ground Shock in the hands of Ollie. And who have we got racing? we've got Guardian. So it'll be interesting to see, does Ground Shock do better in the hands of a human racer as opposed to an AI controlled racer? Of course, Ollie's got the advantage here that he knows about the course, whereas the AI doesn't know it's racing through an apple tree. And certainly he's getting a better line there. He's taking that nice and wide, that top corner, making sure he's absolutely clear of those branches. Here comes Guardian, struggling up this course, up the hill and round, makes it clean through that lap. But as we come into the final few stages of this lap, it's all about staying on course, and you'll see how the racers here taking it really slow at that corner. Ollie making sure that he makes it up this final hill as he goes round, and it looks like Guardian is nowhere to be seen, which means that Ground Shock is going to be coming round here to take the checkered flag. Nice work. So there you go, there is the next of our Anki Overdrive ambitious circuits. But we've got a challenge video coming up soon where we will be reviewing all of the ambitious courses we've done, but we will be asking you guys to see if you can match us for complexity, for imagination, for just crazy, wacky, wonderful ways to race Anki Overdrive. We'll be asking you to put your own circuits together, but these circuits must scan, so you must be able to set them up as an open match so that you can actually race around them. The cars have to be able to make it round in that scan mode. We'll have more details on that in the coming weeks, but for now, that's all we've got time for on Family Gamer TV.